up in super masculine houses. We don't really like to admit weakness.
Well, and it's in our language, right? Like, don't be a bitch. Like, don't be a pussy.
Right.
Like, it's very real.
We internalize that.
Yeah.
That's all examples of like toxic masculinity. Like, it's never to invalidate somebody's experience, but like it must be obvious that like these are rules and roles enforced by men and created by men.
These are not rules created by men and enforced by men. Women do not like weak men. Weakness is never an advantage in society. I'm not talking about vulnerability, which is different. And we should show vulnerability in the right environment. But being weak doesn't help. And women don't like weak men. And usually it's the women that do not like when the man is weak. These previous guys were saying earlier that when he used to go on a date and complain about life, these dates were not successful. He didn't used to see the woman again after. But when he started to behave more masculine, without a victim mentality, like a strong man, he started to become more successful. So who is putting the pressure on the men to not be weak? It's the society, but it's especially women. If you're a man and you want to be able to find a mate, a partner for life, it's going to be very difficult for you if you're weak. You have to be strong. And women expect the man to be strong, a strong leader that can drive the family into the right direction. As I said earlier, if you cannot handle your own issues, how are we going to be able to handle the issues of the family when things are very complicated? Or if someone comes and break into your house and you're a weak man, you're going to leave your family to defend itself. You're going to leave your wife. You're going to start running very fast and leave your wife behind. That's not what women want. That's not the type of society we want to build, where men cannot defend their own family. And this is why we need strong men. And this is why women are shaming weak men. And other men are also shaming weak men in order for them to grow a pair of balls. And at the end of the day, if you're a weak man, and that's your decision, you want to behave weak, whatever, it is your choice. But don't complain about the consequences. If you do not work on yourself to become better, to become stronger, to become more competent, and you're weak, and you're happy to stay weak, in that case, you shouldn't be surprised about the consequences. You have to accept the consequences of your decisions. If you're weak and you don't want to do anything, then so be it. But don't complain about it, because that's the issue. Weak men often complain about the situation they are in. If you've decided to become weak and to stay weak, then live with the consequences.